Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Funny Things That Happen to Real Estate Agents. We took a couple weeks off and we're back. I'm your host, Sam Staskell, and joining me tonight is Kristina Smallhorn from Louisiana. So let's get started. Maybe. I'm rusty for being off for 2 weeks. How about you guys? All right, let's do this. All right, so let's bring on Kristina.
Hi. Ta-da! I'm here.
That's right. Better late than never. That's what I always say.
Wow. And like the thing is, I was even making rice, and I'm like, there was something I was.
Rice?
Yeah, I was like, there was something I was supposed to do today, and then I got a text message. I went, oh my gosh! And that was the whole reason I put on makeup today.
Right.
The whole reason, and I totally forgot. I even did my hair color, so I looked like super cute.
Yeah.
Still,
you got purple in there.
Yeah, I did some purple.
That's cool.
Yeah. You only live once.
So quick at the last minute. Is it spraying?
Oh no. It's like I did it at lunchtime because I wanted to look good for this, right? And my hair's bleached out, so I just put these temporary rinses in it. So it lasts about 6 shampoos, and then it rinses out.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't normally wear makeup either, so I quick threw on makeup because I was power washing my deck.
Well, there you go.
Right, multitasking, right?
Yeah, we do it. We do it every day.
All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Kristina Smallhorn. I am a real estate agent in the lower part of Louisiana, the South Louisiana, between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. I've been doing real estate for 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. And I've been doing video for with real estate since 2017. And I really like it. I can't help it. I just keep making videos.
Well, you were ahead of the curve then if you started video in 2017.
And I did.
People a while to, warm up to the idea of video.
People gave me a lot of crap about it at the beginning. They were like, "Are you sure you want to do that? You want to put yourself out there like that?" I'm like, yeah, because I'm sick of working with people I hate.
Sick of working with people.
Yeah, it's exhausting. Like you've had people like your personalities in a million years. If you didn't have to work for them, you wouldn't.
Right. Yeah.
I've
been very fortunate. I mean, I've only had one that I couldn't get along with.
I had one couple that honestly, I'm like, literally, these are the 2 worst human beings in the world. And good thing they found each other because they complemented their evilness so well. They were just wretched.
Yeah.
Wretched.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I like about video too, is people get a chance to see what your personality is before meeting you, because a lot of times I meet them on the fly. I have no idea what their personality is, but at least they know mine.
Right.
Hopefully they should.
Yeah.
So you do mainly just a video for every listing or what?
Oh, well, mostly, I not for every listing. Some I have to ask permission, and some of my clients are like, yeah, do a goofy video. But houses right now sell before I even get a chance to get the camera out the door,
right.
Yeah. So most people are kind of like, no. So I'll just do like the regular MLS video, but every single week I put out videos on my YouTube channel just for like general house information, mostly talking about affordable housing options because, guess what? Houses aren't really affordable anymore.
No.
So I give them options of different types of affordable housing.
That's great. So what's your YouTube channel called?
My name, believe it or not.
Okay.
Kristina
Okay, so everybody can follow you there.
Yeah. I don't think there's too many Smallhorns in the world. So
no.
I can go with that.
You can definitely play with that. Yeah, that's for sure. Unique.
Yeah.
It's like a Native American name or something. Smallhorn. I don't know.
It's Irish, believe it or not. So
really?
You know how because you know how people's last names are like Blacksmith or Smith or whatever, and that was the job that they had. Okay, so you've heard of a longhorn cattle.
Yeah.
In Ireland, there's the smallhorn or shorthorn cattle.
Okay.
So they were cattle, the cattle herders, and they were the Smallhorns because that's what the cattle they took care of.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. His mom.
I would have thought at all.
His mom, no lie, told me they were Native American. Totally bought that. Told clients that for years. One day, my husband overhears me saying this story. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Your mom told me this." He's like, "She did." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, she totally, like, several times." He's like, "I'm Irish, not even a lick, not even a tablespoon of Native American."
Oh, that's
I'm like, "Holy cow." So he tells me the whole story. I was like, "Oh my God, we're married." And I've been telling people
It's telling everybody.
whatevs,
Oh,
whatevs,
that's funny.
whatever.
All right, so tell me your story about the client that walked away.
Oh, I had this listing. So that, like, you get this questionnaire from the host,
Yep.
and she
Yep.
get like, "What is your story?" My funniest story, and this is no lie, is I had a listing, and just a traditional listing. It was a regular house, and somebody put an offer in on it. And when they put in the offer, they did the inspection, and there was like some things that needed to be repaired. So they decided to walk away from that offer.
Right.
Fine, not a big deal. So like 3 weeks later, we get another offer. Sure enough, we're getting the inspection report, and I'm like, "Who's going to be inspecting it?" And she says the same person's name. I went, "Oh, here we go again." But I wasn't too concerned because of the fact we had already had an inspection. We had fixed a lot of the things that were on the last inspection report.
Right.
These people weren't in the driveway more than 10 minutes. They didn't even, like, they barely were, like, did an inspection. They come out and they're like, "We're not purchasing this house." I'm like, "How did that happen?" Right?
Right.
We get the inspection report. It's the same inspection report for them 3 weeks earlier. I'm like, "What is going on?"
Right.
Well, this inspector sells the old inspection report to the new buyers because she saw the yard. She walked in the backyard during the inspection and said, "You know what? I just realized my turtle isn't going to like this backyard." And I was like, "What?" The buyer's agent was like, "Yeah, she has like a 60-pound turtle." I'm like, "A 60-pound turtle?" And yeah, she's like, "Yeah," and she's worried that the yard might be too mushy for the turtle. I'm like,
"Oh, that's funny."
"Yeah, but I got that inspector in trouble for selling an old inspection report because you can't do that. That's against the law." So he was like, "I could do it and I'll do it again." I'm like, "No, you can't, and I'm going to get you in trouble." And I won.
But they canceled. So I'm assuming that they didn't get their earnest money back then because it wasn't based on inspection, or did they say it was based on inspection that they were walking away?
In the state of Louisiana, it can be any reason. You can like put in a contract and walk through the house and, during the inspection period, that 10-day inspection period, and they could just all of a sudden, "Oh, I didn't realize those rooms were that small." Or when I measured, yeah, it can be for you can have any reason within that 10-day inspection period for not purchasing the house.
I'm glad it's not like that in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yes. Everybody makes fun of me for that. I'm like, "How are you supposed to say it?"
I don't know. I like it. I always wanted to, I've like my whole life. You guys have the cheese curds, right?
Oh yeah.
I would like that's on my list. I want to try cheese curds. Now they cheese
curds?
Well, they have them in the package, and I don't think that's the real thing. Like, I want the real deal. Like, you can have this thing in a package that says cheese curds.
Right.
No, that's not right. That's kind of like getting crawfish out of a bag. You just can't know.
Yeah, I agree. Got to get good cheese curds. So,
cheese curds.
We have them straight. We have them fried.
I want to try some cheese curds.
Yeah, everybody should have cheese curds. We always I always tell my kids that they're lucky that we live where we live because most of the like fast food drive-thrus, you can get cheese curds, fried cheese curds. They don't have that everywhere else.
Well, we can get drive-through daiquiris in Louisiana, so I think we got it better.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No lie.
Louisiana.
Yeah. Ordered just like McDonald's. I like a margarita. Frozen margarita. Yep. Do you want it with salt? And they throw the salt on the top of the container.
Really?
Yeah.
Not drinking and driving.
Well, technically, you got to leave the wrapper on the straw. So they leave the tip of it on. So you can't pull off the paper. But what people do is like they just take that one out and put another one in. And if someone pulls them over, they put the other one in. I mean, come on. I mean, like most of the people are grabbing it to go to like a crawfish boil. It's just right around the corner.
Right.
So what else?
I think
That's a thing.
That you have a crawfish boil that readily available, like, oh, we're going to the crawfish boil.
Yeah, you can get crawfish, you can have shrimp, you can have I mean, like there are all sorts of bowls. Yeah. People like to eat outside bowl stuff.
We're just cheese curds and Friday night fish fries.
What kind of fish?
Usually it's cod.
Oh, I like
some other white fish. Yeah.
Do you guys have haddock there? I like haddock too.
We do. That's what the alternative is. A lot of places will have that, or they'll have cod. But
yeah. We they don't have haddock here in Louisiana. Oh. They're like catfish. That's fried catfish. You can have a fish fries, fried catfish, but it's good. How they do it here?
They do all that noodling down there for the catfish.
Yeah.
And with the arm. That's whenever somebody says I'm from Louisiana, I'm like, have you been noodling? No,
not me.
There's just something creepy to me about sticking my arm down and wait for something to bite it.
I don't stick my hand in unknown orifices. No.
Right. I mean, I don't know. And I've seen women do it on TV, and they're brave.
Have at it.
I've seen Jaws. I don't want a fish coming up and biting my hand in murky water that I can't see it coming.
Yeah. Go ahead.
To get back to real estate, I was going to play a couple clips for them of the different stuff that you do. And I just want to point out that it is so important in this industry with the number of real estate agents that there are to stand out. And I think with your videos that you've created for listings, I think you definitely made them stand out. And are most sellers like before COVID, were they like okay with you doing it, or were some like, no, I don't want that at all?
Yeah, some have been. I don't want that at all. Some have said that, which is fine. I'll say, what kind of video do you want? Do you want like a creative video? Do you want to like, and then I'm like, do you want a really funny video that's kind of real shareable? And most of the people, most of them were like, do whatever you want. I don't care. Right. Except for now, everybody's like, it doesn't matter because it sells.
Right, it's so quick.
You sneeze and it's over with, Right.
So let me get to a clip here. All right, I'm just gonna, like I said, I chopped up your video, so it's not your complete video. I just took pieces of it to make it shorter.
People love you, Sam. Look, I'm reading the comments. Love watching you, Sam. You do have an infectious laugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm told. People recognize me by my laugh. I was at a funeral and I laughed. And they're like, oh my God, you're Sam Staskell. I'm like, oh, yeah. Yes, I am.
You're like me. I would laugh at a funeral too. That's the only way I can get through it.
Right. It wasn't a bad thing to laugh at a funeral.
No. Right. Unless you said they look dead. That would be bad. God, he looks so dead.
I wasn't up at the casket laughing. I was in conversation and I laughed. But all right, so here's...
Can you read me a Christmas listing story? I can't sleep.
Sure, Sydney. I have one right here.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Karen who wanted nothing more in the world than to find a home before Christmas.
I really do want a home for Christmas.
So she could brag to all her Facebook, Twitter and Instagram friends, and of course stick it to the ex-boyfriend who was so stupid for breaking up with her before her birthday.
Last Christmas, I gave him my heart, and the very next day he gave it away.
She searched and searched for the perfect home, but nothing seemed to fit the bill.
But this one right here, this one looks really interesting.
Karen made it very clear that she did not want a home that was too small, nor did she want one that was too large. Otherwise she would sweat in the summer mowing the lawn. And Karen hated sweating.
Sweating is really gross. I don't like it.
And then, just like a Christmas miracle, a talented realtor found her a home that nearly made her post it instantly to Instagram. But she hesitated.
Oh, but wait, does this have an HOA? I hate those things.
A gracious but patient realtor shook her head with a smile.
Oh, thank goodness.
As Karen began to walk through the home, it was love at first sight. She gawked at the kitchen, amazed at the custom cabinetry made of cypress. Oh, this impressed Karen so much. Karen could picture herself posting so many selfies with all the different filters of her cooking from the gas stove her famous grilled cheese sandwiches.
The trick is to use real butter.
She peered it for Christmas. And as for Karen's stupid ex-boyfriend, well, he got the flu for Christmas.
Serves him right. Who breaks up with a girl on her birthday?
It's just so goofy, you know?
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. I never take anything seriously. And so I just wanted to, it was Christmas time. You might as well make a goofy video.
It was great because I think, everybody posts regular walkthrough videos. I'm guilty of it. I post
I do it.
walkthrough videos, and it's boring. And I wonder how many people actually watch them, where if they know there's something that you normally post something, there's more people that are going to, like, comment and share it, which is our goal. So yeah, good job.
Thank you. Do you know who really does like killer like listing videos? I don't know if you've ever seen Brad McCallum. He's a real estate agent out of Toronto, Canada. Man, his videos look like they came right off of HGTV. I mean,
Really?
they're just they're like a level that I'm like I can't think that far. I'm more of like, how can I make this as goofy as possible because it's a freaking house,
Yeah. I know there was some guy, I think he was in Texas. I don't remember his name, but he does his listing videos as a country music video.
Yeah.
Guitar. I don't know his name though, but that was pretty creative too.
There's a lot of those, like they take a song, a parody song, then they turn it into like they take all the vocabulary from anything that has to do with selling a house, and they turn it into their own version of that song. Yeah. And I'm not a singer, and I like putting on wigs and acting like stupid people. That's my whole like, because we've all run into people that are like the people that I act like, we all know that person. So that's why I do it. I just
love the voiceover too.
That is a friend of mine from England. And he actually at the time he had a cryptocurrency channel. And he I heard his voice for the first time. I was like, oh, that's a guy that needs to do voiceovers over. So I asked him, do you do that? He's like, no. I'm like, well, could you do that? he's like, yeah, I think I could. So he started doing that for a bit.
Oh, that's hilarious. Maybe he found his new calling because he's really good at it.
I don't know if he does it anymore. I don't know.
Right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's great. And then let me play your next one that I thought was funny too.
Okay.
Here we go.
Samantha's our first winner tonight. Let's take a look at our first showcase.
Our first showcase begins with this home for sale in Prairieville, Louisiana. This 1,648 square foot home comes with mature landscaping and an open floor plan. And a gas vented fireplace in the living room for those cold Louisiana nights. Smooth, cool tiled countertops in the kitchen, and also features dog-stained cabinets that will hold all your dishes. And the kitchen also features a built-in microwave oven with a black finished glass surface, large furnishings. And let's not forget the ensuite master bathroom with double vanity sinks and a large soaking tub for long nights relaxing after work. And if you're not the type of person who likes to relax in a bath, take a look at this standalone shower. But before you take your bid, Samantha, there is more.
So I feel like it was totally talking to me. When I first hit play, it's like, Samantha. I'm like,
and my best friend growing up, her name was Samantha. So that was like the, and then like, whenever you watch The Price is Right, one of the hosts was Samantha. So I remember her in my head, and she always was like, and she would do this stupid thing with the doll. So I was like, I'm going to just do all the dumb things that The Price is Right models do. Yeah. So that's what I was like.
I love the dress.
Yeah, that was my husband at the beginning, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. So he's involved too. He doesn't look Native American for sure.
No, he's half Colombian. Like, why did she even go with the Native Americans? He's half Colombian,
Oh, that's funny.
It's true.
Yeah. So how long, do you do like the video editing and everything yourself, or is that something you do? So how long do you spend on, I imagine this takes some time to do it.
Well, when I have the idea, I like to film it, maybe it tops an hour, and then because I already have the idea in my head, I already know how to chop it up. So I film it in order and just take it in the clips out that I want. It doesn't maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to edit it out. Just those little listing videos don't take long.
Yeah.
Now the educational videos take me a lot longer.
Okay. Well, you're much better at the software than I am then, if you can chop it up. Because as you saw, my transition between one video and the other video was just like something I threw on there.
But the thing is like, I didn't know how to do this in 2017. I literally put out a video a week, an full edited video every single week. And that's part of my job, like I make sure that I have that out. So I mean, you just learn stuff.
You use
Final Cut Pro. I use Final Cut Pro to edit. Because I started with iMovie, and then like the next step up was Final Cut Pro. It was very similar, and I already knew how to use iMovie, so it was not a big deal to switch over.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I like it. It's fun.
Into that. Yeah. There's so much that you can do with video, and like I see people do a ton of different stuff on like Instagram with all these special things that I really need to catch up on YouTube on how to do any of that, because I minored in multimedia, but I sure don't seem like it, do I? That was decades ago.
Well, I used to blog, I used to go on Facebook, I was on Instagram, I was, and then I was like, I need to focus on one thing, figure that one thing out, and then I can start branching out to other places. And I'm just now starting to branch out back to other places, because literally it was like, when do I sell houses? Because this is exhausting, so
yeah,
I went back to just focusing on one thing. And I like edit at night, like when I'm during the day, I'm a realtor, and at night I'm like editor, and I'm always up till like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh my gosh. Not me.
I don't get up till 8.
Well, yeah, if I didn't have to take my son to school, I probably wouldn't get up till much later, but he only has 2 days of school left, and then it'll be sleeping in time.
My kid just got finished with school last Friday, so I'm so glad. My husband's been taking her to school though, but now that like the Rona is over with, she's back on the school bus. I'm like, girl, I'm not getting up at 5:30 in the morning. You can.
Yeah.
Have at it. Get on the bus. We all had to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on. Do you have any final words, or do you want any plug for your website or anything that you want to add?
If you want to like look on my YouTube channel for like ideas for listing videos, there's a bunch on there. But that's pretty much it. That's all I do. But I do want to say, like, if you're on the fence and you're like looking at some of these videos and you're like, oh my God, that's so much work, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. Stop.
Yeah.
Like those 2 videos that you just saw were filmed with my cell phone. They were filmed with my cell phone. So never think that you need to have like these fancy cameras and stuff like that. And you can, TikTok right now is one of the hottest, easiest places to start making videos. Super, super easy. And it doesn't matter if you don't have any makeup on. It doesn't matter. The more real, the more honest you are on TikTok, the more people will love it, because people are really kind of over the fake stuff.
Yep.
They're ready for that instant real connection where they know you.
Yep.
So if you're afraid of it, go ahead, pull out your cell phone, start doing TikToks. No one's going to see your videos at the beginning anyway, so you can screw up as much as you want, Like,
I always tell people, like I used to not make videos if I didn't have makeup on. Well, hello, Snapchat has a filter that'll put makeup on you. So you just record it on Snapchat and you can upload it wherever you want to.
Well, sorry, stupid dogs. Hey, Dom. TikTok has a beauty filter too. It puts a mascara, the whole 9 yards, and you can increase the beauty. By the end of it, you could look like a porcelain doll, not even human anymore.
Right.
Well,
you could play with that too.
Yeah, like By the end of it, you're going to look like the new Kelly Osbourne. Have you seen her? She doesn't look the same anymore. That's not a filter. You could look like her because of the filter.
That's funny.
Have you seen her?
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, you should look that up. If anybody was watching this, look up Kelly Osbourne before and look at her now. She looks like a completely different person. Gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah,
gorgeous, but totally different person.
That's awesome. All right, well, thank you very much, Kristina. I'll have to check out your channel and see what I can do to compete.
It's so boring now in comparison to what I like. The videos that you saw then are like really goofy, but people really like the informational videos, so they're quite boring. But I even put myself, I was just telling you before we started, I did this video about land and I was running through this field, right? And I slipped and I tripped and I was like, I'm leaving that in there. I left that in that informational video. And then there was a crawfish hole here in Louisiana. They make big holes, the mud holes like this high. And you're like, so I just wrote in there, do you know what this hole is? So, and it made people engage because I put it in the middle of the video. It's
yeah,
hole.
That's great.
So,
all right. I'm just going to pop you out so we can wrap it up.
Sure.
All right. Thank you. All right. That's it for this week. Kristina's great. I have to learn some stuff from her. So if you are in real estate and you have a funny story that you'd like to share and you want to be a guest on the show, please either contact me through social media or you can send an email to funnythingsre@gmail.com and we'd love to have you on. So until next week, have a good week.